What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, we got to talk about Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake being delayed. So, well, let me first say this: good, and I don't mean that in any negative way, because I know sometimes when you say something like that, that can be taken as a pretty negative. No, look. Well, number one, I'm a big fan of this game. I'm a big fan of the idea of doing a remake to this game. Okay, I want the remake to be as good as humanly possible. Okay, I was very much looking forward to playing this game January 21st of next year, which is only a month away. Comes out, it was supposed to come out one day after Hitman 3. That was probably going to be annoying because I'm going to get Hitman. I love Hitman. I'm excited for that as well. But the game was delayed now until March 18th, 2021. So quite a push, like a 2-month-ish delay. But again, I think good. That's the only thing I can really say because I made a video even of this when they announced this game at their Ubisoft, Ubisoft Forward, right, is what they call it. When they announced this, I mean, look, again, the game is great, and I think the remake will be pretty solid, but in terms of, like, visuals and not really taking any kind of steps up, the game looked horrendous. It looked really, really bad, and I know people were kind of arguing, if the people were arguing for it, they were saying things like, well, they're trying, and I think even they said it, where they're trying to keep like the art style and like the way that the game was back then. And it's like, fine, I think you can do that though while upping it. Even if you look at Crash Bandicoot, like that's not photorealistic. That's not anything like it's not live action, it's not anything like that. But you look at what it is now, even Crash 4, but you could look at the Insane Trilogy as, the remake treatment or Nitro Refueled. I mean, it looks good. It looks good, but it's still I mean, okay, it looks a little bit different. It looks a little bit weirder just because they're making Crash. I mean, again, they're kind of bringing it up to current times. It looks a little off, but, and by off, I mean just not, like one-to-one to, the original. But it still looks fantastic. And I think it still keeps the core of what Crash Bandicoot is. And I know that's stretching it. That's going for quite a wild example. But I think that, and I don't, by the way, I do not think I'm alone by this. I only really have my metrics to prove it. But when I did a video talking about that trailer the day after it came out, I mean, I was flooded by positive agreement. Okay, and even if you went online, I mean, I don't think people's reception of that trailer was very good. There was a lot of good for them for using this team, having this team that has never done anything like this before, and having them lead it. Could that spell disaster? Oh, absolutely. In fact, it's probably why the game was delayed. But good for them. But like they're way in over their heads. You know what I mean? And I think that was kind of a statement that everybody kind of said online. So I would say it's not a big deal. To me, again, Hitman 3 is that game for January 20th that I'll be playing. I'll be playing for at least a few weeks. Game Awards, I'm excited for. I know that you're saying, well, Al, you're pivoting to the Game Awards. Well, I'm saying this. Like, I'm excited for the Game Awards because I really hope we get loads of release dates. Because in all honesty, next year is so not filled, and that's common for gaming. You don't normally know what's everything that's coming out until you get, I would say, relatively close, or actually pretty darn close to it happening. So hopefully over the next month and a half, 2 months, we start to fill out February, March, April, because right now, yeah, there's games, not a lot of them, and there are big games, but they're pretty scattered, and we don't really know any in-between things to get us through. So this is kind of a game that I look at as that, where it's like, well, hey, it doesn't really hurt anybody much not coming out when you were going to come out, because I don't know if all the people that are going to get Prince of Persia also got Hitman, but I would say, late January, those are literally the only 2 games coming out. Why not get both of them, right? They're both pretty different games, but both kind of fun, and actiony in their own ways. You get them, and it gets you through as far as you want. Well, now you still have Hitman that's still happening, but now Prince of Persia is several months, after that, and you can use that to fill out your March, which we really don't know all that many games that are coming out in March. So, again, I look at this as a really big positive. This is not anything. I know some, people still look at delays, and I think we're getting further away from it, but I think people are still looking at delays, some people, as like a negative thing. This is absolutely, in my opinion, not a negative thing. They needed the time to make this game. They needed more time. Completely fine. I think ultimately, as long as it's literally the game, so the Sands of Time, which it is, I think it's going to be relatively, okay. It's just they got to get it, I think, cleaned up. And if that game comes out and it's like a graphical disaster, not going to look good. And also because I believe, the first Ubisoft remake they've ever done. Okay, so if we want more of them, or we want things like that, we're gonna have to, support this one. But why would you support, a buggy mess? You know what I mean? So this, I think, was very much warranted. I think ultimately it's a good thing. So let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? Do you agree with this delay? Did you want it in January? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video every single day on this channel. And so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.